Hello everybody, welcome once again to F1 2018. For new folks, I'm NihonTiger, and I welcome you to the Circuit Paul Ricard in the south of France. It's a very funky, weird track to be racing at. We'll get on the track and we'll explain it a little bit more here. But this is an interesting track at home of the French Grand Prix. I'm a little actually disappointed that it's not at Magny-Cours. I think that'd be a better track for this because I hosted it in the past, but we're at Paul Ricard. That's all that matters. Thanks for that, Bernie. I appreciate it. But anyways, let's take a look at our global leaderboard here. We'll see that the best times are in the 127s, and the French times are in the 130s. So we're going to be aiming for this. IndyCar's actually got a pretty good lap here. We're going to be aiming for this, probably around this 132, 133 time that Celian set as a good place mark. You see Wapaka, Flues, Nakinia. Nakinia's actually been practicing a lot. She's been getting a lot better. So we're going to go out there and set a time. But this track is a very weird track to race on because there's a couple signifying things about it. It's a fast track with a lot of fast corners. It's a long track with a lot of long straights, and it's got some funky corner layouts. Doesn't have a lot of landmarks for your braking, and there's runoff for days, but it's kind of weird. So we'll get on the track and we'll explain a little bit about what this all is. So let's get our flying lap in here. You can already tell just from the start here how weird this is. Not a lot of walls. You got all these funky lines on the track. What do they mean? And all this good stuff. We'll go through. I think this is right here. This is DuPont, right? The final corner. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of slow the car down here. Yeah, Virage DuPont. So DuPont corner. So let's go very slowly through here. We'll point out some of the idiosyncrasies of this track because they're very important to know. And you need to know some of these things before you race. Oh, there's the wire cam up there. So first things first, pit entry and pit exit are going to be very weird on this front straight. Very quick turn in there. You can see right there on the left. Very quick turn in to get into pit entry out of the final corner. Virage DuPont. Going down this straight, going down this straight, going down this straight. You'll notice, you're probably going to notice this. There's walls here, and then there's those blue lines. Here's pit exit, by the way. You might notice something. That short pit exit spills right back out on the track and almost right into the racing line because you'd want to be right here for turn in for turn one. So what's interesting about this track, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure they've probably got it programmed here. We'll get in reverse. When you're coming down this straight, see if I can find it here. Here's the start finish line. There should be blue lights on the right side of the track to let you know that cars are leaving the pits. And it's especially important here at Paul Ricard because of the fact that when you're coming out of the pits, you're coming right into the racing line. You don't want to be making a pass on somebody here, and oh, here comes someone out of the pits, and just boom, you have a disaster on your hands. So first corner, you're coming down this big, long, this short straight actually. This is relatively short compared to the one that we're going to talk about in a moment. Coming up here, here's your turn off for the short course, by the way, which was the first time that F1 came here. They ran on the shorter course, I believe. Or actually maybe a little bit further up here. There's two turnoffs here. So one of the things to remember, there's lots of turnoffs, lots of runoff area here. Paul Ricard, before it was an F1 track primarily, it still is to this day a test track. So you have a lot of space and a lot of different configurations. There's turnoffs here and there. There's like 3, 4, 5 of them. So you're going to be going down here, and you probably see over here on this right here. You see all this stuff? Oh, I can just drive out here and it's no problem. Okay, so let's talk very briefly about this. There's two different types of, I guess, just paints here, and these are abrasive areas that are meant kind of as an experiment for runoff areas that don't have gravel, you don't have sand, you don't have grass. Most of this is now paved out here, so you don't have to worry about beaching yourself. But two different abrasive types of surfaces here. Red is a very hard abrasive. It's meant to be kind of like the sand gravel traps. Chews up your tires quite a bit. The blue stuff's a little bit less terrible on the tires, but it's still pretty bad. So we're gonna come down here. We're getting back on the track, watch the curb. See, we've got a couple of chicanes up here. So if you miss this corner and you go straight, you're supposed to go through. You'll see this at Monza as well. You're supposed to go through on the left and then slowly through on the right, and then you can rejoin the track. But you got the first corner here to left, and you got this very quick right off camber, uphill crest, downhill kind of section. I've not really learned this track too much, but you can see a couple of the areas here where you can rejoin in. I would say if you overrun this first chicane here on this first corner, don't be an asshole. Don't be an ass. Don't just rejoin. You're gonna get in trouble. You're probably gonna get a penalty for it, and people are gonna be pissed at you even if you don't. So don't do it. But you're gonna come out of that first chicane, go down this winding straight into a very weird section here. It's a little tighter. So the Virage Le Hotel. It's a right-hander, and then a tightening left, and then a little too much there. I'm a little too slow. This is the Virage du Camp. Very tight. And this is Sainte-Baume, I think. Sainte-Baume. No, Baume. I think it's Sainte-Baume. Back out of here. Want to carry as much speed as you can through here. Don't go too far over. Big long Mistral straight here. Longest straight in Formula 1. Normally. But for Formula 1 here, it is... Oh, here's where it gets confusing. There's like 4 different pathways you can take. We're going to take the second one. This one right here. So, just to give you a heads up here, because it's going to get confusing. Don't turn after the 50 mark. That's not the right chicane to take. You want to take this one, which is going to be right here where this track kind of rejoins from the right, because it's actually there's actually a bigger version of this chicane that goes this way. And again, you can see the little left right thing in case you miss it. So go through that. If you miss it, if you don't, come up on this curb over here and rejoin. Continue down the Mistral straight. So this next corner, very tricky corner, flat, very fast. You actually want to brake a little bit. Signes. And now here comes the trickiest corner on the track. This is the corner. These next corners are going to make or break your lap. So this is the double right of Bosset. I think it is how you pronounce it. Bausset. I'm actually going to back it up here because this corner is so hard to get right, and I'm going to try and give you the best little tips I can about this. I've done my research on this previously for different games. So you're going to be coming in out of Signes, and remember I don't speak French, so I don't. It would be Signes, maybe. I don't speak French, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Signes. So you come in here. You're going to come into this first corner, and you're going to think, okay, I need to make the apex. You don't actually want to quite make the apex. Keep the car out here and let it drift out here as you slow the car down going into this next part, because this corner is going to tighten and there's a second apex right here that you need to hit, because otherwise you're going off on the outside there. And you want to make sure you let the car flow a little bit out to the outside here, but you're going to want to bring it back over, set up for the next corner. which I believe, if I remember right, is that Bendor? That's Bendor, yes. And we've got a couple more corners here. So go through Bendor. It's kind of a corner, it's a funky little corner. Off to the short straight. Got the Virage du Lac up here. Brake. Go through this left-hander, and then you're going to set up, compromise a little bit on the exit to set up for DuPont. Alright, let's take it a little bit faster now. That's part of the thing. You can see you can run out here into the rough stuff. It will chew your tires up. So we get down to the fourth, down to third, down to second. It's the apex. Validate left hand, left the track. Yeah, cut a bit too much to curb there. That's a good exit onto Mistral Straight. Mistral chicane is going to be coming up here. Watch for it. Watch for it past the 50. And I missed it. So I'm going to do this, and this is how you're supposed to do it. Don't hit it like I did. Don't do that. Don't hit it. That's bad. Slow your car down enough to make it. This lap's going to be invalidated anyways. Signet. I'm going to take it a little bit faster than that. Alright. Probably a little bit higher gear. So kind of some of the things that you'll learn as you drive around these tracks is you'll learn gearing, you'll learn which gears you want to be in. And each of the corners, it's a little bit of trial and error if you've never driven at a track before. You kind of have to figure out how slow to get the car slowed down to. 45, that wasn't really good. Is a little bit better. I still miss the apex. See the car floats there. Okay, we left the track there. Kind of learn where the track limits are. You can see those chicanes are like double-tiered chicanes. I don't think the game likes you being on the outside of those, outside bits of those. So again, we're going to want to brake maybe around 125. Let's see if we can try that out. That helped out a lot. That helped out a ton. Oh, cut it a little bit there. Don't do that. Remember, this corner tightens. So tighten as you go through it. Stick to the inside here. Really strict track limits around here, which I guess is super important because of the fact that you're gonna run into people that will cut the track. Doesn't officially count, but drop down a gear before I should have fluttered on the throttle there. That was bad. Don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. I'm gonna have my a little bit ahead of my time from last time there. So give me as much steering input as I think I do. This is a very difficult track. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. So 136. We'll get up there. Apex. Let's break around 100 this time. Let's see if we can do this. Some time there. Yep. Again, a little bit too much input there. Too much. I keep forgetting that corner tightens. That's about the best I've done that so far. You don't want to stab at it like that. Definitely don't want to stab at the throttle. Starting to get it now. I had a feeling it would do that. Too much speed through there. All right, let's restart this. I want to see if we can get a clean lap in here. Getting a clean lap in is really a big part of the problem. Get down a second there, that'll help out a lot.
The time last lap was a 1 minute 35.4.
Slow. I think I'm taking a little bit too close to the inside curb there. Maybe be a little bit faster. That'll help out a lot. When I said that the car... car likes to push outside there in that corner. That's exactly what it just did. I need to turn more from the outside there. I think I'm cutting it too close. I'm not getting the optimal turn in from there. So let's try something here on this lap. Well, later apex for that corner anyways. That was a lot better. I screwed up there. Almost turned in on the wrong place. Damn it. So easy to put the car just in the wrong spot, and then it's like, your lap's invalidated. That's going to bite a lot of people during the race and qualifying, I think. Just... the thing is, we've had so many places where we weren't able to run so wide and all over the place, and now we're coming to this this track. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and run a clean lap, and we'll end the episode. It's getting kind of long in the tooth, so. I don't think this is going to be it. Yeah. You know what? Let's just take this flat out, but I'm going to go ahead and try and run a clean lap here. I'll tack it on to the end of the episode. Whee! That's it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
last lap was a 1